from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking for Shepard deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
One thing he does very well, he takes care of the football. Had 176 pass attempts to start his career without an interception. That's the most in NFL history. And finished his rookie year, 23 touchdown passes and only 4 interceptions.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ezekiel Elliott.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 23 carries, 83 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lock.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Gostkowski for the point after. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
21-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
That's another Cowboys 1st down.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
With the give to Ezekiel.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. Fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Here's Prescott. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 4.
From the 38, Jones. It's brought in left side by Tate. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
Greg Zuerlein lining up for the point.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The kickoff for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down.
The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 5 catches, 60 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Pick up a 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
It's 3rd down.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Cowboys 7.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, Prescott rolling to his right. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half.
Zerline to kick off 4th down.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
New York ready to go again offensively. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Elliott, the ball carrier.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
That's good.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Prescott from the gun. And he floats one there, incomplete. CeeDee Lamb, his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 3rd and long for Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Throw left side complete. It's Tate. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
New York.
Golden Tate, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This is Tony Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. You must be true. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Let's go, D.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
To the sideline and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll kick things off in Tampa. Carolina paying a visit in an NFC South matchup. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Jakeem Grant, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 31, Prescott able to hit his target Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but now it'll be 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Prescott now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 45 yards on the ground.
1st down, New York.
Jones on 1st down. takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now Jones to throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And the Giants are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10. At their own 20.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way...
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season... Because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
28-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
Operating from the gun, Jones. The ball comes out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Complete to Golden Tate. A fumble on the play.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds. Saved him from a turnover.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Off play action. Jones. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 35-yard line.
From the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Jones.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Now he'll pull it down. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Throwing. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
21. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington.
31.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Not much there, only a yard.
At the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
15.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taking on the midfield logo. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
It looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A 4-yard gain.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use Fortnite.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Jones over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
27-yard line.
From the 27, Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, up and over. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The first down screen pass, good for 5. The clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
For the Cowboys. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Elliott, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts them out in front here in the final minute of the contest.
Rick Zerline to kick off 4th down.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game, it's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they take a knee. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's
a great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Cowboys, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.